Hello and welcome to Mashable's Air Friday, where we air fry anything and everything in the name of deliciousness. I am culture reporter Tim Marson, and this week we are air frying peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so this week's recipe for peanut butter and jelly in the air fryer comes from Ari Monica on TikTok, where a recipe went viral. So we're gonna take a couple slices of bread, some peanut butter, some jelly, real simple stuff, kind of roll it up into a little peanut butter and jelly roll thingamabob, and put it in the air fryer, get it all melty and gooey, and hopefully have a nice lunch. So the first step, just take your kind of average bread here and decrust. Now, I was not one of those kids who didn't like the crust growing up. I would eat anything and everything, but apparently for this recipe, we're all gonna be picky eaters. So we're getting rid of the crust. This is real simple stuff. You just take a knife and cut off the edges. Now, I would benefit from a sharper knife here, but such is life. Sometimes your knife is dull. What you're left with is a square, decrusted piece of bread. You could use a rolling pin to roll this out flat now. That's the next step, is you want to get it nice and flat so you can make a little tube so you have more surface area to work with. You could use a rolling pin, but the Mashable offices do not have a rolling pin on hand. So I'm going to be using a bottle of spray oil to roll my bread flat. Is this ideal? Absolutely not. I'm throwing trays around. Will it get the job done? It absolutely will. Totally fine. You know, the tools don't make you, you make the tools. So now that we have paper thin flat bread, we are going to take peanut butter and put it on bread. Don't reinvent the wheel here. Just take a nice big glob, spread it out. You probably don't have to be as aggressive as I just was. Take a nice big glob and spread it out. I'm gonna give you one guess what we do next. We're gonna put jelly on this sucker. We're gonna take some jelly. Got a nice fancy squeeze bottle here because that's what they had in the TikTok. Just a light little dollop. Look at that. And then take it the squeeze bottle and another little dollop. It's time to roll and pinch. So we're gonna take this at the end here where you've already put the PB&J. We're gonna take that end and sort of just tuck and roll very carefully like it's a burrito. And then when you get to the top here, what they did is a little pinch to seal things up. This might look kind of familiar to some of the folks out there with recreational hobbies, let's say in the states of California or wherever that's legal, Colorado, Oregon, that sort of thing. But we've rolled and we've done a little pinch. Look at that, little PB&J cannoli. The edges, the ends are not tucked in at all. I think you'd make a mess if you tried to do that. So from there, we're just gonna get these in the air fryer. Now in the TikTok, they kind of brushed with either butter or egg whites. I couldn't really tell what, and there was no comment explaining what it was. What we happen to have on hand is the spray that we just used to roll out the bread. So we're just gonna use nonstick spray, and hopefully that'll be a good enough seal. Just give a little spray on top, and then I'm gonna take the air fryer tray and give it a little spray there too. Now, speaking of not having instructions, the TikTok also didn't have a temperature or time. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research for you here, the good viewers at home. I think we're gonna do this at around 350 degrees. It should really only take a minute or two to cook the bread. And if you go any longer than that, it's probably gonna be kind of runny. So I'm gonna preheat the air fryer to about 350 degrees. I'm gonna set it to 5 minutes because I think that's the max it would take. I suspect it'll take way less than that, but we'll keep you posted on that. Our peanut butter and jelly roll things have been in the air fryer for about 3 minutes. Parts of the rolls are starting to look, the bread is starting to look kind of burnt, and some of the peanut butter is sort of flying everywhere inside the air fryer. So that feels like a good a time as any to take it out. So there's some kind of spillage off the end here. You can see, you know, was a little messy. Now, partially that could be on me. I probably wasn't the neatest roller in the world. Probably people out there who can do a much better job. So let's take our rolls. Look at that one. That's not bad. That stayed together at least. And this one's more of an open face roll, but you know, you do what you can. I can already tell this is gonna burn the roof of my mouth. That's what I do for Air Friday. I put my body on the line. Let's do a little like crack open there. I can tell you that's molten peanut butter and jelly. It's very hot. It's not bad. I mean, it's a hot peanut butter and jelly inside a toast. I don't necessarily think you have to go through the process of cutting off the crust and rolling it up. If you've got kids, they might love that. It's kind of a novelty to try peanut butter and jelly in a different form. If you're just an adult working at home and you want to make a quick lunch in the air fryer, you could probably just use 2 pieces of bread and make a normal sandwich. But like I said, it's better than a typical PB&J. You've got some heat to it. Everything's kind of melted together, some texture from the toast. All in all, not bad. It's a peanut butter and jelly in the air fryer. It's a hot PB&J. Can't complain.